Hello, everybody. It's that college football guy here with another video. Oh boy, fun little start to the day today. Had my truck back in the shop over the weekend, and guess what happened? Yeah, they couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. Power issues last week. I had the truck in. I put it back last weekend. I put it in. This past weekend, I put it in. So 2 weekends in a row. Turns out the relays for the built-in inverter, which allows you to plug electrical items like a microwave in, the built-in one for the truck, the relays and the inverter itself were fried and they didn't have replacements. So they put another one in, mounted here to the front underneath the bunk. So now I'm back in business with power running and my cooler running and everything else. I was just leaning back right now to make sure the damn light's on. So yeah, I'm back and fully running right now, which is nice. I had to go buy an extension cord in order to plug the microwave in because instead of it being in the outlet right behind it, it's now going to go up around the corner underneath this cabinet here, back around the corner over here to the inverter. So yeah, I had to get like a 15-foot cord so I could hide it behind all the panels so that nobody would see it. But that's not what we're here and there. Is the story about here is the coaching carousel update. A lot of things have happened since the last time we talked, which was Mike Elko getting hired from Duke to Texas A&M and Jeff Levy being hired from Oklahoma to be Mississippi State's head coach. A lot of things have happened. And also the headline you see there, and as the coaching carousel update, and also could the Shohei Ohtani deal influence college head coaching deals? And like, what the hell does that mean? Okay, I'll get to that part off the jump. We'll do that right off the bat. Now, Shohei Ohtani, that baseball reference on college football, signed a 10-year, $700 million deal with the LA Dodgers, leaving the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Ohtani's idea, his, not the team's, his. He signed a 10-year deal. The 2024 season to the 2033 season. 10 years. He is deferring of the $70 million a year he makes, $68 million of it a year. He's only making $2 million a year. He's deferring $68 million a year, and that $680 million will be paid off between 2034 and 2043. Basically, he's going to get paid $680 million while he's retired. Not a bad idea when you think about it. But the thing about this is that there are some universities who can't afford head coaches. Is that petitioning, potentially thinking of considering asking the NCAA, would something like this be allowed? Where they sign the coach to a 7-year deal and the money would be deferred later on. I'm like, well, the problem is, that's fine and dandy, but naming a coach will actually last that long. That's where I didn't get where this was coming from. I mean, to me, it's like, okay, how does this work? Because unless you're Nick Saban or Kirby Smart or one of the highly elite, you're going to get canned or take a better job. But the thing about this would be is for them taking a better job, they don't get paid until they finish the contract. That's kind of the motive behind that. But you'd have to have everybody doing it in order for it to work. So let me know what your thoughts about that in the comments. So right now we're going to get into this one. I'm going to do kind of an alphabetical one here of some stuff that's happened in college football. Well, the first one that I missed here, let's see. Boise State promoted Spencer Danielson from interim head coach to head coach. Well, you win the Mountain West Conference Championship. That's a tendency to get you your job. Becomes the 12th head coach in history. Louisiana Monroe, they had fired Terry Bowden not too long ago, and now they have hired New Mexico offensive coordinator, Bryant Ground, to be their new head coach. I didn't write his last name. That's bad on my part. But he's going to be their new head coach at Louisiana Monroe. First time I remember the Mexico head coordinator being picked off for a head coaching job somewhere else. That's interesting. Middle Tennessee State hired former Vanderbilt head coach, Stanford defensive coordinator Derek Mason, who was to be their new head coach. There was a rumor going around, I didn't comment on it that well, was about Derek Mason becoming the new DC at Tennessee. And it's like, no, he's not going to switch from another school and do something else like that. He wants a head coaching job. He liked being in Tennessee at Vanderbilt. He's not that far. And who knows, maybe the guy's going to come back again. I don't know what they mean, but he's coming back to Tennessee, the state of Tennessee, to be the head coach of Middle Tennessee State. Nevada, who had back-to-back 2-10-win seasons, hired Texas linebackers coach Jeff Choate to be their new head coach. Hopefully that works out for them. The big splash that happened, well, Syracuse hired Georgia defensive backs coach Fran Brown to be their new head coach. And UTEP has hired Austin Peay head coach Scotty Weldon to be their new head coach. Austin Peay University is in Clarksville, Tennessee. I'm here in Missouri on my way to Kansas City to make a delivery in the morning. Forgot the name of the small town. I'm in a truck stop off here off I-70. On the way in, because you have to take 24 up to the 57 to the 64 to get up into St. Louis. You know, you go through Tennessee and then into Kentucky and then in Illinois, Southern Illinois to get to the 64. Then you cut into the 70 to go across, get into Missouri. I found where the tornado hit. Exit 1, right on the Kentucky border. There are there are trees that are on the middle of the divider going in the road. It's got a bunch of trees. Every single one of them snapped off about a foot off the ground. There's the remnants of the semi-trailer that was flipped over, or maybe it was not the semi-trailer. I don't know, but there's remnants of truck parts sitting on the side of the road. I'm going west, so it was north. There's a few warehouses that have been basically turned, ripped apart, like someone basically crushed them like a can. There's houses that are torn apart, neighborhoods blown apart, roofs everywhere. That was definitely an EF3. And my prayers go out to everybody there. Because, man, that was crazy. And they're still there trying to clean up the mess, and they're going to be there a while. The recent stuff that's happened since then, New Mexico made a splash. I mean, they got Bronco Mendenhall, the former Virginia and BYU head coach, got him out of retirement to become their new head coach. I wonder how that's going to work. James Madison has hired Holy Cross's head coach, Bob Chesney, his name is, to be their new head coach. He was 29-8 in 3 seasons at Holy Cross. Not a bad thing. Then we have a back-to-back that's happened here. Wyoming head coach Craig Ball came in from North Dakota State many years ago, is announcing his retirement after the end of the Arizona Bowl. He's in his 60s. He's earned the right to do that. I brought up Syracuse head coach, hired Georgia DB coach Fran Brown. He went to the NFL to get one of his coaches. He hired New England Patriots wide receivers coach. I forgot his name. Write it down. I wrote it down so fast I just can't even read my own writing. That's how bad I am, so that's blame on me. But he's their new wide receivers coach. He took an NFL coach, made him their wide receivers coach. That's crazy. I made a video a while back. Actually, I'm going to do this one real quick before I get into that one. It's a back-to-back here. USC has hired North Dakota State head coach Matt Entz to be their assistant head coach / linebackers coach. Matt, 5 years at North Dakota State, 2 national titles. You know, he's linebackers coach at USC. That's the position coach ones, but those were kind of drastic ones. I made a video a while back talking about Willie Fritz. I'm like, how long is he going to stay at Tulane? He's going to get good to the power drive Bob somewhere. Well, he did. He and damn near his entire staff left Tulane to he's now the head coach at Houston. So that's how that's going to go. He's now a Power 5 head coach, and he got the money to get him, so congratulations to that for Coach Fritz. And they didn't take long to fill it because Tulane hired Sun Belt champion Troy's head coach, John Sumrall, to be their new head coach. Man, just moving fast and crazy, furious. No word on who Troy's taking the job for. Manny Diaz is kind of the clubhouse leader for the Duke job at this point. A lot of them are still rumored and speculation for this one. There's a lot of coordinators that move, but like most people, I've been saying this on here, most people don't care about the coordinators unless it's a splash hire. An NFL one or a head coach moving is basically the moves you wanted to hear about, so that's what I'm choosing to do here. And it's been a minute since we've had one. So I'll do this coaching carousel update. Quarterbacks for the transfer portal is going to be tomorrow. Although some news came down today, and I will be repeating this tomorrow, that the time of this literally came down was the fact that Drake May has announced he's foregoing his remaining eligibility to declare for the NFL draft. And there's a certain Washington State quarterback who hasn't committed yet to where he's going to go in the portal. Turns out he's waiting on Caleb Williams to make a decision. I'll talk about that tomorrow. So, thanks everybody for watching. If you haven't already, please smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm, helps the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think about these moves. We got more stuff coming here. After I do quarterbacks in the portal, you said key positions. What I mentioned in the comments. What key positions are we talking about here? I mean, most everybody, the sexy pick is the quarterback. We know this. It's the sexy pick. We get it. But after that, who? The major names? Because the problem is they're a major name if they're your school. See where that gets a little iffy? But let me know down in the comments on that one. If you haven't done it already, check out some of the videos I got. If you consider, hey, subscribe to my channel. I mean, I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers and eventually make some things happen on this thing. So thanks everybody for watching. Hope everybody's having a great Monday. Good Lord, on my way here, my wife said, if you see them, a bunch of them, start making your count because I want to know when you call me. So I'm making this video so it's fresh in my mind. And then I'll call you on taking I-24, as was US 231, to where I had to pick up, to I-24, to I-57, to I-64, to I-70. Total. Don't have my post-it notice, it's up in the front. 73 cops in waiting on speeders with the radars out. 73 in less than 8 hours drive time. That's covering Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, and Missouri. Most were in Tennessee and Missouri. Well, like I said, everybody, hope everybody's having a great Monday. Be safe out there, and please be good to each other.